Good morning, everyone. We're about to begin. Just asking you now to please place your phones on silence or vibrate. But sometimes you may want to go on some other video and then you forget that the volume is turned up. So silence for half an hour isn't too bad. Just waiting for all the connections to be on. We're connecting with Antigua this morning, Antigua and Barbuda. It's a regional launch. Good morning again, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the Generative AI and Python camp in Antigua and Barbuda and St. Kitts and Nevis. Similar camps were launched in St. Lucia on the 8th of July, last Monday. Unfortunately, because of the passage of Hurricane Beryl, we had to most likely postpone. We will see what we can do for them at a later date. The camps in the Windward Islands. We now ask you to pause for silent prayer, 30 seconds, as we remember those persons affected by Hurricane Beryl. Thank you. I am Karen Williams, Senior Project Specialist and Head of Projects and Technical Assistance in the Governor's Office at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Allow us now to recognize our distinguished guests. We have with us today Dr. Marcus Natter, Cabinet Secretary. Welcome and thank you. Mr. Timothy N. J. Antoine, Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Government. Mr. Damian Liu, Third Secretary, the Taiwanese Embassy in St. Kitts and Nevis. Ms. Sybil Welch, Senior Project Specialist, also in Projects and Technical Assistance at the ECCB. Online, we have Mrs. Stacy Mascal. She's a presenter and she represents the Ministry of Education. She's Assistant Director of Planning in the Ministry of Education, Antigua and Barbuda. We have our facilitators, and one of them is Valerie Uno. She's presenting as well today. She represents Quintessel Consulting, Inc., St. Kitts and Nevis. We have Ms. Dennis Garfield. She's the General Manager of the Caribbean Confederation of Credit Union. Dennis, welcome. We thank you for the facilities. Mrs. Lisa Pestana, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, St. Kitts and Nevis. Just looking around the room, see if I missed anyone. Other distinguished guests and invitees, including those listening online via ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel. These camps are being sponsored by the ECCB and the Republic of China, Taiwan. The camp's implementation is the result of close partnership between the ECCB and Ministries of Education and are facilitated by a collision of public and private IT professionals led by the Ministry of Education in Antigua and Barbuda and in St. Kitts and Nevis, led by the Inland Revenue Department, Quintessence Essence Consulting Inc., and IT educator Mr. Inote Inanga. We thank them for their support and collaboration. A lot is happening in this world. So it is important that we ourselves and we cover ourselves by talking to the Creator. I invite Ms. Sharika Weaver to invoke God's blessings with a melodious prayer to start the opening ceremony.
Good morning, everyone. Let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. Though it was said that I would invoke the prayer, actually, we will be doing it together. We're going to sing a very popular prayer song, As the Deer Panteth for the Water. And I just want to invite you to sing, hum, or make a joyful noise as we do it together. Let's all stand. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after you. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. Are my strength and shield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You're my friend. You're my friend, and you are my brother, even though you are a king. I love you more than any other, so much more than anything. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone will my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship. I want you more than gold or silver, so nothing can satisfy. You alone are the real joy giver. You alone are the real joy giver and the apple of mine eye. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. And I long to worship you. Amen. Please be seated.
you. Thank you very much, Sharika. We applaud the Ministries of Education for their support and coordination of the camps. Ms. Stacy Mascal, Assistant Director Planning, Ministry of Education, Antigua and Barbuda, and Mr. Roger Woodley, Deputy Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, St. Kitts and Nevis, together with their ministry officials and local principals and teachers, have rallied the students and their parents around these camps. It is now my honor to invite Ms. Stacy Mascal to give opening remarks on behalf of the participating ministries of education. Ms. Mascal.
Good morning, everyone. President Jimbo Paul is speaking and Antigua Barbuda. Now we're here for grand opening. I must say that as a young child, when I frequent one of our local facilities, but now, more often than not, constantly, this particular and I know, but it's evident that an urgent solution is needed. A few years ago, our sister island of Barbuda devastated by Hurricane Irma, and now we have experienced another monster storm that would have charged safely across our region. I want to emphasize the fact we, as one of the good that celebrate as a region, in spite of the devastation that we encounter, is that of solidarity. So when I said it went across our region, not just Grenada, not just the island. I do pause to recognize communities in Grenada and associated islands who should have been a part of this solution. But because of the situation that they would have presented, they are unable to join. It has become necessary for us to do things differently. It cannot be our sun, sea, and sand anymore and have to taught again and again. Putting all our eggs in this basket, it will be devastating and punishing all of us. Lessons learned from COVID-19 must be instructive as to how we strategically move forward is not only building better, but managing our resources better. One such resource is our young man. Today, this initiative is attempting to do just that. It is one that is regional and one that stands to impact the young man, which allows us to escape the cost of pessimism and embrace optimism, type of reality, which is confronting us as a result of various tasks. The camp in order will serve as an incubator in which young minds will provoke, but in a good way. To begin to think critically, to find a solution existing issues with threatens their very existence. As a mature citizen of this region, I can say I have made it through. But the reality is that there's a generation that comes after me that has to travel a similar journey, for which the road keeps getting more and more rugged. But today, I am convinced by equipping our young people, letting them get the early start and not delay the innovation which can get us out of the classroom, that there is hope. Our classroom, as early as must be transformed into research center, engaging our students in constant experiments and the capturing and analysis of data. This is possible as the information age in which we live in the post-1990s. No longer as educators are we repository of information. However, we must nudge them in the right direction and create for them the opportunity. This is what is happening. Starting today and not in the right direction. The nudge plan on exposing them to the leading technological solution, presently artificial intelligence. I am therefore very happy that we are officially launching the ECC, Generative AI at Python Summit 2024. I'm even more anxious to see both the output and outcome, which I anticipate that will be long-lasting and far-reaching. I therefore take the opportunity on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Mr. Darrell Matthews, along with my colleagues who have raised up with their presence and forever supporting us for this important initiative. And I salute ECC for taking this brand and the sponsors who are supporting them. And so thank you for inviting the young minds within Antigua and Barbuda. I wish that to see from our end in the work they have done thus far and for the support given. I wish all the students and the very best in the next few weeks as we begin to learn and have. Thank you.
Whether you realize it or not, you're probably using AI in your daily life. Typically, AI focuses on analyzing data to be used for things like translations or predictions. But there's another type of AI that you might have learned of recently called generative AI. Generative AI uses algorithms to analyze existing data, such as text and images, to then make new content. Now you can use AI to create entirely new images with DALL-E in Bing Image Creator, or generate code suggestions with GitHub Copilot. But AI is getting put to work outside of work by helping you draft things like a dinner party invite or an itinerary for a 4-day trip to Mexico City. To get technical, this all happens because large neural networks that work together like neurons to pass along information have been trained to analyze and recognize patterns within data. So let's try it. I, a person who entirely lacks musical talent, asked Bing Chat to help draft lyrics about this topic. It searched for information on generative AI and on pop songs and created this.
Generative AI can make anything, from text to images to sound. It learns from data and patterns, and then it makes something new and profound.
Okay, I'm back. Aside from catchy tunes, what can generative AI help you achieve? Imagine more with Microsoft AI.
Thank you. So that's just a taste into what the camp is going to be all about, and we thank Ms. Maskell for her opening remarks. The governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, our governor, Timothy N.J. Antoine, is a long-standing champion of youth development and regional development. We are pleased to invite him to share his words of wisdom and inspiration. Governor?
Thank you very much, Karen, our Master of Ceremonies. Good morning to everyone here in St. Kitts and Nevis and in Antigua and Barbuda. The program says keynote address. I only discovered that when I arrived, so the good news is that I have no speech, and I'll be brief. I want to recognize Minister Darrell Matthews, Minister of Education et al. In Antigua and Barbuda, and his team. I recognize Dr. Marcus Natter, Cabinet Secretary here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I also want to recognize PS Lisa Romain Pestana in the Ministry of Education here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I recognize Third Secretary Damien Ching, and of course, who's representing the ambassador for Taiwan and the entire team here in St. Kitts and Nevis. All of our collaborators, I see Denise Garfield, our General Manager of CCCU, all our facilitators who have already been named, and those who have not been named. Good morning, greetings from the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Good morning. Yes, we want to make sure you're awake and alert. This is your central bank. We work for you. I want to start off by greeting all of our young people who have signed up for this exciting course. Look excited. I know some of you this morning would prefer to be in your bed right now playing with your tablet. I get that. Some of you came because you're curious. Some of you came because you were coerced. Yes, parental coercion. Whatever the reason you came, and I'm looking at someone and I'm smiling because I know she's happy to be here. It's a little belated, but she's happy to be here. But whatever your motivations, whether you came on your own volition or you were strongly encouraged by mom or dad, I want you to say to yourself right now, I am here. Say it. I am here. Turn to your neighbor and say, you are here. Maximize. Hello? Maximize. Say it to the person. Maximize. You see, what you will come to discover is you'll quarrel with mommy and daddy later and you'll thank them later. Because what you will come to realize is that this course is actually an investment in your future. And let me say this to you young people. What future do you want? Do you want a bright future? Do you want to create a job for yourself or be employable, whether it is here in St. Kitts and Nevis or anywhere in the world, or in Antigua and Barbuda or anywhere in the world? What do you want? What do you want? This is about you, not about mom or dad, not about ECCB or the government or the ministry. This is about you, your future. We can't want it more than you. You have to want it because this is about you. And I will tell you something. As Capsec and I spoke, we would love to have had this when we were going to school. Love to have had this opportunity to experience AI and Python and R and all of those good things. We didn't. But it's our responsibility to make sure you, our children, and our young people have the opportunities that we did not have. And by the way, do you want to be training for a job that no longer exists? How many of you want to do that? Let me see those of you who want to be studying for a job that will not exist. Because the news is that 25% of the jobs that exist now will not exist in the next 15, 20 years. So what we're doing today is giving you an opportunity to see possibilities for where you can find your job or create your job. And that should get you excited. As I always say to people, especially our young people, bloom wherever you're planted. Whether you were happy to come today or not, make the most of it. I want to say to our young people in Grenada and St. Vincent and Grenadines who are not able to join this camp because of Hurricane Beryl. Beryl has simply delayed your participation. You shall not be denied. We give you our word on that. And I learned as a youngster in 1986, as a French student trying to get to Martinique for a summer exchange in Easter. And just before we were about to leave, the word came. The family that was supposed to receive me was no longer able to do it. And I could not travel. And by the way, that would have been my first travel. So I was most excited about going. I was really disappointed. I stayed back, did classes in the Easter, did well in exams. But guess what? When summer arrived, they found a family who would take me for double the time I was supposed to go in Easter. And I went to Martinique and spent double the time. And I learned an important lesson in that initial disappointment. Delay is not denial. That's what I'm saying to Grenada and St. Vincent and Grenadines. We are going to ensure that you are not denied this exposure. We give you a word on that. Now, last week in Antigua and Barbuda, I attended the UWI Five Islands inaugural conference on AI. And it was a wonderful conference. And here we are, a week later, about to launch this morning, here in St. Kitts and in Antigua and Barbuda, this special camp on generative AI and Python. I want to say to you, as I said in Antigua last week, what do you want from AI? As a region, we have to establish that very early. What do we want from AI? AI has multiple possibilities, enormous possibilities for our region. When I talk about the big push and how we want to double the size of our economies over the next decade, AI can play an important role there. But we have to establish as a region what it is we want from AI. And part of the way we do that is to begin to focus on our most pressing problems. So young people, campers, start to think about the problems in your community and your country that you want to help solve. Start with that. And then begin to explore how could AI help me in Antigua and Barbuda or in St. Kitts and Nevis to solve some of these problems. And I'll give you a little hint, because I don't want to stifle your imagination here. Think climate. Think crime. Think chronic diseases. Think creativity and the creative arts. Okay, I don't want to go on. Give me enough to whet your appetite here. And you will find, if you're looking, that there are enormous possibilities. And we will need you to help us to do that. By the way, let me say to those of you again who's trying to get over your initial shock that you actually hear this morning, that discipline is a price for the future you want. What future do you want? Discipline is the price for the future you want. You have an advantage on your classmates who are in bed, sleeping or watching a tablet right now. Think about that. That's what we're giving you today for the next month or so. Discipline is the price for the future you want. As a region, we face enormous challenges, but the opportunities that AI will present us if we seize them. And which leads me to say, I'm very pleased to be partnering. We're very pleased to be partnering with Taiwan. I don't know if you know this, but you ought to. Taiwan is the world's leading manufacturer of advanced semiconductor chips. When I say leading, over 90%. That's why Taiwan is such a powerhouse when it comes to the semiconductor industry. So I'm really excited about the collaboration between our currency union and Taiwan in this very, very dynamic and important area of digital transformation. And if you're wondering what the chips said, the smartphone, computers, electric cars, all of those need chips. None of them will be what they are without those chips. Taiwan is the world's leading producer by far when it comes to these advanced chips. So I want to record our appreciation to you, Taiwan, through you, the Secretary, but also, Ambassador, for this important collaboration. That's how you want to have advanced economies link up with developing economies and have a rising tide. That's how we begin to propel our big push. I want to recognize our teachers who are collaborating with us, our facilitators. Some of you are giving up some of your summer to help us help our students, and we appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. So students, you're not the only ones making sacrifices here, okay? Some of our teachers are as well. I want to say to you that ECCB recognizes this is really important. That's why we are prepared to invest. This is one of several things we do with our young people. I don't want to detail them all now in the interest of time. As we speak, we have some students in Barbados doing the SPICE program, which is the Student Program for Innovation in Science Education. Every year we send two scholars there. We've done it for the last 5-6 years. We continue to do it. That is very important for us as we position our young people. We have our Bright Sparks program at ECCB, where we take young, talented people who want to pursue a career in STEM, take them out of state colleges. So whether it is State College in Antigua, Barbuda, or CFBC here in St. Kitts and Nevis, anywhere in our currency union, and bring them to our campus, immerse them with our IT department for 6 months at least, sometimes for 1 year. And in several cases, we've hired them full-time because they're good and we need them. And now we're doing this camp. We started a robotics camp last year. We committed to continue to support our Robotics Association. We helped to set up the one here in terms of giving them support. We continue to do that across the region. We believe in our young people. And we know our future, you are our future, and we have another future is now. So we are going to continue to invest. Our commitment is to have 500 young people trained in generative AI, Python over the next 500 every year for the next 5 years. And if we fall short this year, we're going to make it up next year. Because at the end of this 5 years, at least 2,500 of our young people have to be trained in this emerging area as part of our contribution to positioning our region for success. I'm almost done. That's the problem when you don't have a speech. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. As we speak at ECCB, we are desperately, and I mean desperately, looking for talent, looking to employ people as data scientists, as data analysts. And we're struggling to find people in those areas. So anybody who has those skills right now, you could almost walk in the door, subject to checks, of course. Nobody walks in the door of the central bank without being vetted. But subject to those checks, you probably have a job. That's how important this area is. So if you invest now, you're setting yourself up for success. So in conclusion, let me thank everyone who's joined to do this collaboration. We're very pleased to partner with you. Young people, you are our future, and that future is now. We have a lot of confidence in you, and we want to make sure that you make the most of this opportunity. And remember, discipline is the price for the future you want. Just before I conclude, I did see the Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, former Prime Minister and Senior Minister, come in. And I want to thank him for his presence as Minister for Industry and so on and so on. He recognizes the importance of this. And I want to thank him for coming as well as member of the Cabinet, senior member, to show support. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Governor. Yes, I want to also recognize the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Economic Development, International Trade, Investment, Industry, and Commerce. You have a lot to do. Thank you for joining us and taking the time. Thank you, Governor, for your inspiring words. Young people, be disciplined and seize the opportunities. The Republic of China, Taiwan, is a key sponsor of the Generative AI and Python camps taking place in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. We are extremely grateful for the investment in our region's youth. We welcome to the podium Mr. Damien Liu, Third Secretary, the Taiwanese Embassy in St. Kitts and Nevis, representing His Excellency Michael Lin, Resident Ambassador of the Republic of China on Taiwan to St. Kitts and Nevis. Welcome, Damien.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony. Good morning. My name is Damien Liu. I am Secretary in the Embassy of Taiwan in St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm present today on behalf of Ambassador Michael Lin. He is unable to attend in person because of the loss of a family member. So today I will be reading the remarks from Ambassador Lin for you. And I quote, "In line with the established protocol, I would like to recognize Governor Timothy N.J. Antoine of ECCB and your capable and dedicated team. Your Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Industry, and Economic Development, et al., the Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Marcus Natta, Minister Darrell Matthew, and PS of Education, Mrs. Lisa Pistana, and other government officials from St. Kitts and Nevis and also Antigua and Barbuda, facilitators including Quintessence Consulting, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the bright and ambitious students of St. Kitts and Nevis and Antigua and Barbuda present today. It is a profound honor of mine to address you remotely at this inauguration for Generative AI and Python summer camps hosted by ECCB in your beautiful countries. Just a week ago, this educational journey began in St. Lucia, and it brings me immense joy to see today the torch of knowledge spreading to new horizons. First and foremost, allow me to express my heartfelt regards to our friends in the Windward Islands, who, despite facing the challenges posed by Hurricane Beryl, are standing resilient and strong. May the islands recover swiftly from the impact of the hurricane and host the ECCB AI and Python courses very soon. I would like to commend the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank for their unwavering commitment to hosting this transformative summer camp. By providing students with cutting-edge digital tools and fostering creativity and spontaneity in learning, ECCB is nurturing the next generation of innovators and visionaries. And echoing to what Governor Antoine just said, Taiwan is very proud to be a partner in hosting this summer camp with our Caribbean brothers and sisters. The company, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, is supplying 60% of global silicon chips, and most importantly, 90% of the most advanced types of silicon chips. And also another American company founded by Taiwanese called NVIDIA is a leading company in the design of GPUs, that is the core chips that's essential to the operation of artificial intelligence. So as a global leader in technology and innovation, Taiwan has been playing a pivotal role in the development of artificial intelligence, both in research and application, and therefore is offering an unparalleled opportunity for students to delve into the realm of AI and experience its boundless possibilities. I'm hereby encouraging you, each and every one of you, to embrace the power of AI, nurture your creativity, and consider Taiwan as a beacon for advanced studies in the future. To the young minds present here today, I urge you to seize this opportunity with great enthusiasm and determination. The knowledge and skills you acquire today and during this summer camp will be invaluable assets in your journey towards a brighter future. Embrace these impactful digital tools, for they hold the keys to unlocking a world of endless possibilities. When we look at the future trends, it's still safe to say that AI is not replacing human beings anytime soon. But in reality, those persons who are capable of utilizing the power of AI will soon replace those who cannot. So let's bear this in mind. In closing, I would like to wish this summer camp resounding success. May the seeds of knowledge planted here today blossom into a future filled with innovation, creativity, and boundless potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Damien, for that message. The Projects and Technical Assistance Division in the Governor's Office at the ECCB is the lead coordinator of the Generative AI and Python camps. Ms. Sybil Welsh, Senior Project Specialist, will provide a summary overview of the camp's design and projects.
Good morning. The Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Economic Development, International Trade, Investment, Industry, and Commerce. Governor Antoine, Dr. Marcus Natta, the Mr. Damien Ching, Third Secretary, Taiwanese Embassy in St. Kitts and Nevis, representing His Excellency Michael Lin, Mrs. Lisa Pistana, Permanent Secretary Education. I also want to recognize ministers who may be present joining in Antigua and Barbuda, and Mrs. Stacy Mascal presenting on behalf of the Ministries of Education, facilitators, other collaborators. Denise Fifield, we're using Kuna Conference Center, and we really have to say thank you, thank you, thank you. They have given us a significant discount as a part sponsorship to this camp, and we are grateful for that. And yes. And everyone, parents, students, facilitators, we thank you so much for making sure that this camp, as Governor says, takes place. You know, as part of the team responsible for bringing this camp to fruition from the project and technical assistance governor's office, it's a real pleasure for me to witness the realization of this joint launch of these two generative AI and Python summer camps taking place in Antigua and Barbuda and in St. Kitts and Nevis. Now, when I got here, I said to Cleon, let's play that song, Something Good is Going to Be Happening this year. And the year is just halfway, getting there. And even for Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, something good is going to be happening because December, here we come. I'm going to tell you, Grenada called me and they said, we can try and muster up at least one. We were to have 6 classes, but we can muster up at least one. And I said, let's get it to December because we don't want one. We were promised 6 and we want 6. And then just before that, St. Vincent and the Grenadines called me and they said, we can get a few, we can't get the full amount. So, Governor, you said 500, and we are going to exceed 500 because we are just about the 300 mark with only 3, right? And so we are on our way. We committed to getting 1,000 a year. And so next year, we have to double. And this year, the camp is going to be so wonderful that, Hurricane Beryl, as you said, Governor, they did not make us stop in our tracks. Just a little pause, a little reflection. And for 40th anniversary, this is the year of reflection, but this is also the year of implementation. And so implementation we are doing. These technology immersive camps form part of a bigger strategy to revolutionize the technology skills of our youth and are guided by a 5-year plan in the first instance and reflect the dedication of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank and collaborators like the Republic of China, Taiwan, ECCU Ministries of Education, camp facilitators, and a wealth of partners who are investing not only in youth development, but really regional development. By investing in the tech future of the region, the ECCB and partners are setting up the region for technological success now and in the future. There's always talk about when it's going to be the next Silicon Valley in the Caribbean. Well, it starts with the foundation. And here is the foundation that we are doing at the ECCB, celebrating 40 years with the theme, a year of reflection, celebration, and implementation. And we are doing all of those 3 together. And so we want to also acknowledge the service providers. These are a dynamic, enthusiastic public and private sector partners. And we have them on WhatsApp. And we also have the parents on WhatsApp. And we have the students on WhatsApp. We are just starting to put the one in Antigua and Barbuda together. So by the end of tomorrow, everyone will be on WhatsApp in a chat. And let me tell you, that chat is vibrant. Parents are not playing. They want their children to scale and learn. And so they light up our phones all 1 o'clock in the morning. And those in the chat sometimes call me and say, what happened to these parents? But they are committed like we are committed. And we want to make sure our young people get embedded in 4th and 5th generation revolutionary skills in terms of technology. And so your facilitators will make ample use of vast interactive toolkits that reference real events. The governor spoke about what you need to think about. Wait till I talk to you about your projects, and you'd realize the governor must have had some insight into the little secrets we have for you. Because it's real events and scenarios that you're going to be working on. Learn while doing. Learn while building. So you have 2 options for your group project, and Governor spoke about being problem solvers. And you're going to be developing a chatbot. What is a chatbot? This is a software or computer program. You see we have the little thing there saying, hello, I need help. Now, you and I can't work 24 hours a day, right? Sometimes we try, but we can't. The body tells us, hello. That chatbot can. And so it's not about replacing you, but it is collaborating with you. So how can we use these programs that simulate human conversation through text or voice to be able to improve our work systems, our businesses, our organizations, reducing our costs to do business, better utilizing our time. So instead of working harder, we work smarter and enable the provision of customer service around the clock. So let's imagine. But no, let's not imagine. Let us find out how, by adding a chatbot to our local institutions, we can revolutionize the Caribbean service, engagement, and delivery. And this is where we want to introduce you to your group project. So here we are. And the governor let the secret out of the bag. But the group projects can be selected from two options that relate to your ecosystem, to your life, to your environment. So the first one, have you or a family member ever tried to get information about the cost of a particular medical service? It may take you a few days. You may search the phone book. You may look around. You may make a call. The line is busy. You can't get anybody. And for days, you're trying. Now, what if you had a solution? That's the solution you're going to build. The Medical Information Services chatbot, designed to provide price and other key information with respect to various medical services and service providers. The primary objective of this chatbot is to offer accurate, real-time price and other service information to users seeking details about different medical services. This will help you and other patients in the region make informed decisions regarding their healthcare needs. Right. And Hurricane Beryl, when life throws you lime, you make sweet and sour chicken or sweet and sour vegetables for vegans. So the second option is the Disaster and Resilience Preparedness chatbot. When we put this in the chat, all those in the Windwards were like, yay, we need this, we're going to choose that one. If only we had this chatbot right now. It aims to fill a huge need so evident in our disaster-prone region by offering real-time updates, guiding users to shelters, medical facilities, open roads when there are landslides and the roads are blocked and you get to the road and you're like, oh boy, can't go. You have to go all the way back around. What if you knew before you ventured out? Relief centers and providing information on how and where to find information and resources to help rebuild homes, communities, and livelihoods. These are the projects that you will select, from which you will select. And you have about 5 groups in here, and maybe about 4 or 5 groups in Antigua and Barbuda. You are free, based on the support of your facilitators, to select. And we look forward that after the camp, we give you 2 weeks to relax, and at the end of August, you come back in a virtual chatbot challenge. And guess what? We haven't left out our Windward Islands and our other islands who haven't had a camp. Their facilitators will come back as judges, and they will come back as cheerleaders. So it's a true regional mashup, right? Or hookup, right? And so this will be at the last Thursday in August. And therefore, you have time to finish your project and then to go back and practice how you're going to present. And you have the opportunity to win up to $16,000. This is not for your schools. And you know, if you make sure you do a great stuff, governor tends to up the ante. Not saying anything, I just saying based on precedent. You know, he's an economist, and you look at precedent, you look to see what the patterns are, and you determine, can these patterns predict the future? So all I am doing is following. Okay? Economist, yes. So, and on the individual side, so those are the group prizes. On the individual side, here are the soft skills on punctuality and attendance and teamwork. Every week, your facilitators will identify the top 5 in each category. And when we get to the end of the 4 weeks, we will then see who has the most points. And you will have a chance on the individual level to win cash prizes. So it is, you put in the work, and the work pays you back. So technology, as I close, will continue to shape our world, and there's no reason for us to run away scared and worried about what it would mean for the future of work and our future. Instead of running, we challenge you to shine a light on what is before us and challenge ourselves to become conquerors. Your presence here is the first step or the first run movement in your sprint to victory. Now think about it. The internet came public in 1983, I'm told, 1st of January. The central bank came to life on 1st October 1983. And we share that anniversary year with the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis for Independence. So now we're at the new change, the new revolution. We move from the internet to generative AI. And what can it do for you? What can you do with it? The challenge is out, and we will see what you do with your project. Thank you. I wish you an enjoyable camp.
Thank you, Sybil. Well, you have been challenged. I hope you are now excited after hearing remarks from Ms. Welsh. Thanks very much, Sybil. The facilitation of the camps leverage key private and public sector partnerships, reflecting the truism that together we can achieve more, and underscores Governor Antoine's call for deeper collaboration between public, private, and academia to achieve. We want to achieve what he's calling the big push. The big push, that's a doubling of our productivity, our economic output. Ms. Telly Uno of Quintessence Consulting, along with representatives from Inland Revenue Department of St. Kitts and Nevis, IT teacher Inote Inanga, have led the development of the CAMS curriculum. Telly will provide brief remarks on behalf of the facilitators. Telly?
Thank you, Karen. I note the brief. Protocol has been established, wanting to recognize all the esteemed guests that we have here. Governor Antoine, welcome. Our representative from the Republic of China and Taiwan, welcome, Mr. Liu. Mr. Marcus Natter, Cabinet Secretary, as well as Right Honorable Denzel Douglas of all the great ministries. Let's say it's the power of economic development. Welcome. And to all the facilitators here, we're a group of 10 in St. Kitts and Nevis, and I know Antigua has got a big team as well. And to you, all the students who took the chance to register to transform your life. So I will attempt to be brief. So first and foremost, I do want to thank the ECCB for its vision. If you notice, how many central banks do you see getting on board with deep tech like ECCB? So ECCB did it with the CBDC, and now they're doing it again, 6 months after Gen AI basically came to maturity. So I want to say thank you, Governor, and your team for your vision of actually bringing this to fruition so we can leverage it. We're really at a pivotal moment in life. Future work, as we have heard today, is changing. Already as it stands right now, lots of people are losing their jobs because of AI. For those who know how to leverage it, it's actually enhancing their productivity. So it's for us to see how best we can learn to not just be consumers of the technology like we always are doing, but to actually create. We are a creative region, and we are creators by nature. So now we have the tools in which we can actually amplify our creation, but not just amplify our creation for ourselves, but also help grow our region. This is very critical. Simultaneously, the future of education is undergoing revolution. We're moving beyond traditional classroom-based learning and standardized testing. And today we embrace adaptive learning, project-based learning, real-world problems, which is what this camp will be really focused on, as you heard from Ms. Sybil Welsh. This camp embodies a real new paradigm shift. And we were here as facilitators, not just in St. Kitts and Nevis, but across the region to offer hands-on experience. So this is what we call an immersive camp. This is what we call a make-a-thon. We're not just learning, but we're going to be making and being productive, because at the end, we should be able to all have the skill sets to develop a bot. But let's think bigger. The role of deep tech, AI, blockchain, quantum computing really offers us a real opportunity. These technologies help us amplify our being. They're not just tools, they're equalizers. And small islands like ours do need to leapfrog. So don't just think of this as just a learning opportunity. You're the future, and you're the ones who are going to help us achieve the new development pathways. Imagine the future of our healthcare systems enhanced by AI diagnostics, where our disaster preparedness is bolstered by predictive algorithms. So just like Sybil predicted, the governor amplifying those prizes, we should be able to now leverage the AI to do more predictions like that based on previous behavior. So to our young participants, you're not just students, you are pioneers. The skills you develop here are tools to reshape our economies, to put our region at the forefront of the global digital revolution. And as we embark on this journey, we carry with us the resilience of islands like my island, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada, who were recently impacted by Hurricane Beryl. Their strength really reminds us why we must innovate, to build more resilient, adaptive, and prosperous societies. Together, we're not preparing just for our future, we're actively creating it. So as facilitators, speaking on behalf of all, we really are honored to work with you over the next 4 weeks to kind of infuse the same passion that we have and same belief that we have in your power to transform our future. To all you young participants, I say this: embrace this opportunity. The future of our region is really in your hands, and the skills you develop are here, will be your tools to shape. So I extend thanks to our partners, also Inland Revenue, Anointed. We spent quite a bit of time kind of working on this curriculum, which I'm very happy all the ministries were able to accept and adopt and embrace across the region. And we're singing one song from all the islands as we're implementing this program. So thank you, all the facilitators. To Optronics in St. Lucia, yay, you did it first, and we're right there behind you, following the baton. Antigua, and to all your collaborative partners at UE 5 Islands, wishing you all the best. So thank you all. Let's embark on this exciting journey together. The future of work, the future of education, the promise of deep tech, all these converge here in this camp. It's in your hands. Let's seize the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. So what is left for me to say? But thank you all for participating in this opening ceremony. I think what we have demonstrated this morning is that working together, public-private sector partnership, we can achieve more. Thank you to our distinguished guests and invitees for being with us, making the time to spend that half an hour, well, we've gone beyond that, with us this morning. We thank you, we appreciate you. Thank you to our program participants. Thank you, parents. Thank you, students, for capturing that vision. And now I want to invite our students in St. Kitts and Nevis and Antigua and Barbuda to please stand so we can salute you and capture a picture. Please stand now. Students in Antigua, we want you to stand as well. Thank you. We will show a very short snippet of a video of what has taken place the first week of our camp in St. Lucia. Thank you. We want to express special thanks to Ms. Golda Palmer. Is she here? Yes, yes. Like, Golda has demonstrated so much creativity when we were preparing for the camps, the videos, the flyers, the posters. Thank you very much, Golda. We want to invite our special guests also. Please stand so we can capture a photo of you with our students. Damien, yeah.